Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to Midday News on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Mukhtar Kasim. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and Star Times 276. We begin from the presidency, where President Bola Tinubu has arrived in Brasilia, Brazil, to commence a state visit. President Tinubu, who flew in from Los Angeles, the United States, was received by senior Brazilian government officials at the Brasilia Air Base. Nigeria's Foreign Affairs Minister of State, Bianca Ojukwu, was at the Air Base reception alongside senior Brazilian government officials. The official welcoming ceremony with full military honors will take place on the day at the Planalto Palace. Moving to Benue State, where the House of Assembly has elected Alfred Berger as its new speaker. He was elected at an emergency meeting following the resignation of the former speaker, Aonda Doja, which was chaired by Lami Danladi Dorcas. Details surrounding the resignation and potential implication for the Assembly's activities remain unclear. However, sources indicate that the Assembly will likely address the key issues and potentially rearrange its leadership structure in response to the development. And former national chairman of the All Progressive Congress APC and ex-governor of Kano State, Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, has inspected mosque and Islamia projects under construction by his foundation across Kano State. Our Kano State correspondent, Umar Ilyasu, completes the report.
Since his resignation as the national chairman of the All Progressive Congress on health grounds, Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje is back in Kano, hale and hearty, in the company of the Minister of State for the FCT along with other party leaders. The former governor began a tour of projects under the Ganduje Foundation. The projects include a Jumu'at Mosque and Islamia at Bachirawa in Ungoku local government, a 5-daily prayer mosque with a school in the same area, and another Jumu'at Mosque with a female section at Lodge Road in Nasarawa local government.
The mosque is being built and fully owned by Ganduje Foundation. It will serve the local community, providing a much-needed space for both education and worship. The building is not just for male worshippers. There is also a dedicated space upstairs for women to pray comfortably. On the ground floor, there is an office for the head of the mosque and imam, as well as a large prayer hall for tafsir sessions, particularly during Ramadan.
Wanda yake bayan sallar Juma'a za kuma a dinga tafsiri kowace rana, musamman kuma lokacin azumi idan Allah ya kai mu.
Established to promote Islam and support vulnerable communities, the Ganduje Foundation says it has built hundreds of mosques and Islamic schools across Nigeria. The inspection was attended by top APC figures, including Dr. Nasir Yusuf Gawuna, Maria Mahmood, former Chief of Staff Mahmoud Garba, and other dignitaries. With communities eagerly awaiting completion, the projects stand as a continuation of Ganduje's social and religious interventions.
The Sultan of Sokoto and President General of the Nigerian Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, Muhammad Sa'ad Abubakar, has announced Monday, August 25, 2025, as the first day of Rabiul Awwal 1447 after Hijrah. This is contained in a statement released by the Wazir in Sokoto and the chairman of the Sultanate Council Advisory Committee on Religious Affairs, Professor Sambo Junaidu. Professor Junaidu said the declaration followed reports from the Sultanate Council Advisory Committee on Religious Affairs in conjunction with the National Moon Sighting Committee, which confirmed that no sighting of the new crescent was received from moon sighting committees across the country on Saturday, 23rd August 2025, corresponding to 29th Safar 1447 after Hijrah. The Nigerian Governors Forum has appointed Dr. Abdul Latif Shitu as its Director General in a set of new appointments designed to reform its secretariat and align operations with international best practices. The appointments were announced in a statement issued on by Yunusa Abdullahi, who was also appointed as Director of Media and Strategic Communications of the Forum. Abdullahi said the appointment followed a comprehensive review by Deloitte, engaged to re-engineer the Forum's process and reinforced its mandate as a subnational policy hub. Now, as Nigeria prepares for future elections, the call for diaspora voting continues to generate conversations among citizens, both at home and abroad. While many see it as a way to deepen democracy, others believe the country is not yet ready to face such challenges. Obong Usoro completes the report. We'll bring details of that report to you in our subsequent bulletin. And now moving away from politics to the health sector, where experts have raised the alarm over dangers of self-medication in the treatment of malaria, warning that the practice could lead to severe complications, including death. In an exclusive interview on Global TV on World Mosquito Day, Dr. Aisha Ladan of the Federal Medical Center, Abuja, urged Nigerians to stop treating themselves without proper medical guidance. Our correspondent, Zara'u Nasir, reports.
World Mosquito Day draws global attention to the deadly threat of malaria and other diseases spread by mosquitoes. Dr. Aisha Ladan explained that while malaria remains the most common illness transmitted by the mosquito, others such as yellow fever and dengue fever are also of major concern. She observed that many Nigerians have turned themselves into doctors by self-treating malaria, a practice that she cautions could result in death.
Everyone has become a doctor when it comes to treating malaria, and that is a very big danger in the sense that problems arise like drug resistance. So wrong diagnosis is also a problem. You see someone coming down with fever, body pains, and headache, and the next person, oh, it's malaria, go to the pharmacy and get malaria medications. They take this medication and they don't get better. So they lay in diagnosis and institution of the right treatment can lead to complications. And complications of malaria are vast and they are dangerous, and the worst is death.
Some residents interviewed said they protect themselves by sanitizing their surroundings, using insecticides, and sleeping under mosquito nets.
If the environment is bushy, at least there is need for fumigation from time to time. Then, you know, nowadays mosquitoes are very stubborn. And still they penetrate through the windows and doors and enter the rooms. Sometimes we use mosquito nets, and sometimes mosquito coils and insecticides.
The implication is that it gives malaria and fever. Even though malaria and fever, they are almost the same thing. It causes malaria.
Then how do you protect yourself?
I protect myself by using mosquito nets and ensuring that my environment is clean, and most times cleaning my drainages to be sure that the place is dry.
Mosquito bite causes malaria, and the best way to
operations across various regions of the country. The coordinated operations were reportedly carried out in the northeast, northwest, north central, southwest, northwest, north central, southwest, and south-south zones. The troops are said to have foiled planned attacks by ISWAP and Boko Haram in Borno and Yobe states, specifically in Dikwa, Goza, Bama, Banki, and the Gubja areas. You are watching the live broadcast of the Midday News. When the Midday News returns, Cambodia passes law to strip citizens from disloyal citizenship. Details coming shortly, plus business and sports stories on the other side of this break. Please stay with us. You're welcome back from that break. If you're just tuning in, this is the Midday News coming to you live from the nation's capital, And now to business news, where the Director General of the Securities and Exchange Commission, Dr. Emotini Agama, has emphasized the importance of accountability and transparency as critical tools for strengthening investors' confidence in Nigeria's capital markets. Agama stated this while delivering a goodwill message at the stakeholders' engagement on internal control over financial reporting in the public sector. The Japan International Cooperation Agency and the African Development Bank have signed a memorandum of understanding launching the 6th phase of the Enhanced Private Sector Assistance Agreement, which provides a framework for critical resource mobilization and development partnership for African countries. Under Enhanced Private Sector Assistance 6, African Development Bank and Japan International Cooperation Agency will work together to support regional members countries over the period 2026 to 2028 to achieve a joint financing target of up to 5.5 billion United States dollars, $500 million more than Enhanced Private Sector Assistance 5. And now to news making rounds on the foreign scene. Cambodian Parliament and have passed legislations today, Monday, allowing people who collude with foreign countries to be stripped of citizenship. A law rights group fears will be used to banish dissent. Rights monitors have long accused Cambodia's government of using draconian laws to stifle opposition and legitimate political debate. A sitting of 120 lawmakers in the National Assembly, including Prime Minister Hun Manet, unanimously passed the bill empowering authorities to strip nationality from citizens for an act of collusion with a foreign power. Away from Asia to the United States, where the government has confirmed its first human case of New World screwworm, a parasite fly whose larvae feed on living flesh in Maryland. Residents recently returned from El Salvador, where an outbreak is ongoing. As reported in the news on Sunday, the patient began showing symptoms shortly after returning and was diagnosed on August 4, 2025, according to the United States Center for Disease Control and Prevention. Screwworm larvae literally eats living tissue, which can lead to serious and potentially life-threatening infections if not treated promptly, according to the director of the CDS, Dr. Rochelle Walensky. Away from the foreign scene to sports, where Nigeria's senior men's team, the Tigers, will jet into the country today following their participation at the 31st edition of the FIBA AfroBasket tournament, which took place in Angola from August 12 to 24. The coach of the team, Mohamed Abdurrahman, led the side had been eliminated from the tournament last Wednesday after suffering a 91-75 defeat at the hands of regional rivals and continental powerhouse Senegal in the quarterfinal stages of the competition, but did not leave the Southern African country because the departure date on their return ticket had been put for Monday, August 25. Still talking sports, the third edition of the Nigerian Union of Journalists NUJ annual football tournament came to a thrilling end in Abuja. The grand finale saw the Nigerian Air Force battle the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, with the Air Force lifting the trophy after a penalty shootout. The match had ended 1-1 at full time. Our sports correspondent Samuel Odi has details of the report.
The chairman of Sports Committee, Ndubeze Chidoka, said the competition, which has become a tradition in the NUJ, is designed to promote fitness, teamwork and healthy rivalries among journalists across different media houses.
The tournament has succeeded in uniting journalists in the Federal Capital Territory, creating a bonding atmosphere between the journalists and their partners. And I must say that we've succeeded in ensuring that all these, razzmatazz are bonded together to ensure that we have a brand of AUJ that everybody will be happy with. That's what we've achieved.
Also speaking, the NUJ Abuja chapter chairman, Comrade Grace Ike, stressed the role of sport in fostering unity among journalists, government agencies, and private organizations. She appreciated this year's sponsors and called for more collaboration to sustain the tournament.
Let me appreciate the title sponsor of this sport activity, which is IBEM Property. And for us, we're happy that this is coming at a time when journalists need to unwind, you know. It brings people together, and it's a show of unity. This is a grand finale, and as you can see, we have some of the agencies playing here. So at the end of the day, we'll get to give trophy to the winner of the game. Well, it's not about the winner, it's about letting the world know that NUJ is not about writing stories alone. We are also out to, you know, to be in the media space, to, you know, carry everybody along as a community stuff, and to let the public know that we are out to promote unity, we are out to promote community development, we are out to promote, to foster unity, peace and unity. So I'm happy this is coming. This is the grand finale, and the winner will be